Hi there, I'm Sean Squire, and I teach A-level classical civilization here at Shrewsbury Colleges Group, where this year we have over 100 learners for A-level classical civilization, and that makes me, full-time teaching classical civilization here. So the modules that we actually teach here in Shrewsbury are Odyssey, Aeneid, Imperial Image, and Democracy and the Athenians. So this is our building. It's right next to the River Severn, and it's just a beautiful building, really. And let me show you our dedicated classroom as well. And I'm actually here to talk about two things. The first one then is the legacy from lockdown that is still with us, how we've approached lockdown, and then what I'm glad to do now that students are back in the classroom, and I have some amazing students here in Shrewsbury. So let's have a look at our legacy from lockdown, the things that have sort of remained with us. Like most people, when we went into lockdown on the 1st of March, I covered the Odyssey, and I covered just part of the Imperial Image module. Nobody knew at that time what the length of time we were expected to be in lockdown for was. And I know I was certainly unsure how to use online software. I'd never used Teams. So I created really at that start what I knew, which were audio videos, little audio PowerPoints really that I'd created. And of course we then went back into the classroom, but by November 2020 we had sort of gone back down into lockdown. Well, the useful thing about that is that I was then able to render those audio PowerPoints that we created during that first lockdown into little videos, which we then decided to put onto a YouTube channel. And so currently our YouTube channel, which is called Classical Civilization Shrewsbury, it's as simple as that. That YouTube channel I think's got over just about 100 videos there, things that I've created and things that I've imported from other places. So sorry if I borrowed your videos. Let me just show you our site that we've sort of created. And here it is. So everything's neatly cut up into little videos there. So you can see here I've cut them up, can't you, into little playlists. And it's not just contents, there's things there, skills as well, how to approach maybe a 10, a 20 or a 30 mark question. We use some of these for feedback, just the ability, I think, to talk through answers and then to highlight things has been a major help, I think, to our students. And the other thing, you can see what we've done here, we've linked the videos that are on YouTube in some of our workbooks. So here, they can go to a little QR code and then just click on that QR code, and then our summary for Solon would come up at that particular point in the workbook. We've also got these QR codes, it's worth saying, on the walls so that students can sort of click if they're not busy, it's lunchtime or something like that, at the start of the lesson, maybe they've just got a quick summary video that they can use to maybe revise from. Another thing that we've also done in this area is we've kept in touch with other sixth forms during lockdown. We are really lucky, really, to have Hereford and Worcester in the area, other sixth forms who also teach classical civilization. We've been able to meet via Zoom or Teams, share resources, have a little chat, and maybe do some moderation for tags essays or something like that. We're not, alone, and I think that's been the most important thing to know over lockdown, is just to keep in touch with people and discover really they've got the same sort of issues that we have. Another thing we've kind of done via Teams as well is we've had guest speakers, and we've been able to sort of record the talks, obviously with their permission. So we actually started term this year by asking students why on earth they've taken classical civilization. We got some really wonderful little quotes that we tweeted. So one person, Mac, said that they'd taken it because they watched horrible histories, groovy Greeks, rotten Romans. What isn't there to like? They said. Another, Ursula, said, you know, it helps her understand where words come from and where different cultures and societies come from as well. I think one of the most lovely one was from Claudia, who said that she got on the train, read Song of Achilles, cried forever, and she said that she now wants to study ancient history and archaeology at university. You know, it's that engaging, isn't it, with the ancient world that's so important for all our students. One of the wonderful things I think recently has been the number of ex-students that have been in touch thanks to social media, or you know, they've just sent me a quick email or something like that. So with our list of reasons that I did classical civilization, I actually have an ex-student of mine who's now the associate director of Tranmere Rovers, Lee McAteer, and he said, I loved classics. It helped me tremendously in business. We've also had lots and lots of memes, you know, the serious, the crazy. So the serious have included Argus the dog. Everybody gets very upset when Argus dies in the Odyssey, of course. And then I think we started a trend of a hashtag justice for Argus, because they were so incensed at how angry that they felt that Argus had died and the suitors had done this, you know. We had a great meme too about the Peloponnesian War that was great fun, but the one that I think I just couldn't believe it when it happened really was a meme about Odysseus invented the COVID lateral flow test, and that somehow made it to the BBC striking images of the year last year as well. So wow, I mean, it's been quite a year so far, and that was just September. But then we're so lucky in Shrewsbury that we've obviously got a very famous independent school here, Shrewsbury School, and they are really supportive to us in the state sector. They've generously this year decided that they would like to teach some of our students some Latin. So we've got some students going up to Shrewsbury School for basic Latin lessons, which it's great. I mean, as one person, it's so good to have people to help me in the area, really. So they've got Latin enrichment, and then their students are also putting on a production of Oedipus Rex, with some of our students joining in as well. So that's taking place in March. So classics very much thriving down here in Shrewsbury. But I think all my students would agree with me when I say that the best bit that they've had so far has been a day which they spelt building Lego for Lego Classics Day. So we've had Lego of the Odyssey. So here's one made by, this is the Sirens, Lego Sirens. We've had Lego Cyclops as well, here it is. And for Imperial Image, some of these were just incredible. I've got some Playmobil figures as well, which we joined with these. So we had the Temple of Mars Ultor, here it is, with the Emperor saying, thanks for International Lego Classics Day. And we also had Agrippa's Pantheon, you know, but this is great. These students haven't yet studied the buildings formally, but they were just, you know, throwing together Lego bricks of pictures as far as they could see. Of course, later down the line, it becomes much more academic, really. We've had students help at open days as well, and we've even put our open day video. Of course, a lot of us had to go online during lockdown, and I made a video which we also sort of added to YouTube. So in all, it's a wild ride, and it's tiring, but I just have the most amazing fun, and I think the students here also have some good fun as well.